Well, hey there, friends, fans, and followers. Dave Turner here on this very blustery first day of May 2024. And today we're going to take a look at the Chrysler electronic ignition setup that I got from Rick's Mopars. Let's take a look. Now the kit is complete. It comes with a distributor, a ignition module, a ballast resistor, and the wiring harness. So let's go over to the first part here and take a look at this ballast resistor. The kit comes with complete instructions. They give you a brand new ballast resistor. This is the 2-terminal style, not the 4-terminal that later Dodges have, later Chrysler products have. And then we got some blue wires tapped into that here that are going along over there across the firewall. And those make their way over along here and get to the distributor. So here's the distributor, new vacuum advance. It's got the electronic stuff inside, so it's not running points anymore. And then I got some clumsy wiring here that I did. Not super proud of this, but it works. Coming across and over here to the HiRev7500 ignition module. So these are all parts that used to be available from Direct Connection, and super high quality. And then I think over the years they've sort of been phased out to the Asian markets to be manufactured. And there's been some people who say the quality is not quite as good as it used to be. But I've had this set up on my Chrysler here for over a year, and I haven't had a single problem with it. So with that being said, we've got the blue box here. You want to make sure that you have a very good ground going from the box to the car so that you don't have any issues with the box, killing itself when you try to start it up and it doesn't have a good ground. This plug did give me some issues. The screw, this is probably common to all these boxes, but the screw doesn't really want to engage with the lock nut inside. It tends to slip out, so be delicate with that. The harness is coming along here. A lot of people mount their ignition boxes over here in this area, but with factory AC, I just didn't feel like I had enough room, and I didn't want to drill holes blind and hit the heater core box, the heat box or whatever, and not know where I'm drilling into. So I opted to put it over here on the front. Oh, sorry, that was my finger. Over here in the front. The problem with that installation idea or choice was that it left me with these wires going across to the valve cover, and they were not happy about the heat from the exhaust manifold. So I ended up buying this this heat wrap that you would use for spark plug wires and things like that, and that way it's protecting the wires from some of that heat from the exhaust manifolds. Comes off, goes over, like I said, goes over to the ballast resistor, comes over this way, gets you to the distributor. And then lastly, the kit says, make sure you have a really good coil. And the coil I had on here was not the original coil. It was just a generic replacement coil. Had no idea how old it was. It could have been 30 years old, 40 years old, no idea. So I bought the standard Blue Streak UC12X coil. It's got all the same specs as the factory original so that it works correctly with the distributor and the box. But it's got improved manufacturing processes, whatever that means. More better stuff, I guess. So I'm using that. Got my tack wire hooked up to it. I've got the stuff from the box. Got this going over to the distributor. I do have a tan cap. When I got this distributor from Rick, it did have a black cap, and the cap was cracked. And I considered, sending it back and asking for a replacement, but I already had a tan cap that was basically new from my previous distributor, and I just moved that to this new one, and threw the black one in the garbage. So, a little bit of quality control issues with the parts coming from Rick's Mopar, but they're easily fixed. The reason I did this upgrade primarily was to, put this on and never have to touch it again, not have to worry about points or anything like that. Points work great if you're old school and you know about how to do them. They're not really a problem. You change them once a year, they're reliable, they work, you know how to change them out to do a tune-up, and you got no problems. But I just didn't want to mess with that anymore. The other problem I had was my distributor was original, and it was so worn out that when I went to check the timing, my timing mark would literally wander up and down, and I couldn't ever get the timing to, you know, be accurate, because there was just so much wear in the distributor shaft. Once I put this new distributor on, that timing mark is just rock solid. It stays right where you'd expect it to stay, and I was able to get the timing set properly for this. Anyhow, for under $200, I got the whole thing here, the box, the control box, the brand new distributor, the ballast resistor, and the wiring harness. I spent $40 on the coil. So for under 250 bucks, you can convert your Mopar to electronic ignition. There are other options out there. Some people use Pertronics. Some people use like a GM HEI setup. Those are all good choices as well. I went with this one from Rick's because it was a complete kit, ready to go, and you just couldn't beat the price. And so far, aside from those little issues with the screw on the wiring harness plug and the cap he sent me being inferior quality cap, I haven't had any problems with this. So if you're looking for an upgrade from points to electronic ignition, I would recommend Rick's kit here, and I will put a link to it in the description. He sells this stuff over there on eBay. So anyway, thanks for watching. Please leave your comments below and click subscribe if you'd like to see more stuff like this. All right, take care.